All right. Welcome to the Marelda Show. I am your host, Marelda. And today I have chilling with me a good new friend of mine, Dakota. How are you today?
I'm good. Thanks for asking. I've
Good. I want you to give a short introduction of yourself, of what you do and what you're about.
okay. My name is Dakota. You can follow me at Shine Butler. Facebook is of course Dakota Butler. I also have a Facebook Shine Butler. A little bit about myself. I'm highly motivated, of course. I'm a hard worker. I do direct marketing, direct sales. I'm an independent contractor. I market Fortune 500 companies, and whatever the corporate world sells, I sell. I was blessed with the gift of gab.
And I believe that. So today we have three topics that we're going to talk about. We're going to talk about unity in the community. We're going to talk about health, body health, mental health, and we're going to get a little bit into the relationship conversation of leadership of relationships. So unity in the community. We're going to start with that. Is there anything that you do in particular that relates to bringing unity to our community, whether that's like a neighborhood or just specifically black people?
First and foremost, to answer your question, I'm gonna say no, because in order to bring unity with anything, you want to start with yourself.
Mm-hmm.
You want to get the speck out your own eye for you get the speck out of anybody else's eye. So just basically uniting with myself first,
Mm-hmm.
and before I get out into the communities and talk to people, because I believe that energy is transferable, and I want people to
It
feel my
is.
energy in a powerful way. So I start with myself before I go into the community.
That makes a lot of sense, and I really agree with that. And I think that's what needs to happen in general for us to even make our community back a unit. Is start with yourself. You have to set the example, because it's hard for us to tell kids or teach kids or tell anybody anything when you're not doing it,
That's
because they're gonna be like, you don't even do it. How you telling me what to do? And we already feel the type of way when somebody's trying to tell us something, but not let alone you ain't doing it either. Like,
that's correct.
please move
That's
around.
correct. That's gonna be the first thing that they say. Well, what are you doing? Um, and energy is felt a mile away. Well, miles away. Energy is felt. So, just starting with self before you get to anybody else. That's what I say.
Okay, that makes sense. So in your opinion, what is one of the challenges that us as black people is having with trying to be a unit, to be one?
That some of the challenges that we have as a people, I would say, is first and foremost that crab in the barrel mentality.
Mm-hmm.
Um, one of the crabs leaving, another crab pulling it down. Where you think you going?
Mm-hmm.
You ain't better than us. So the crab in the barrel mentality, I would say. Um, Another thing is the music that we listen to,
Mm-hmm.
the frequencies of the music, what they put into our communities for us to listen to, what we choose to look at on social media, our upbringing,
Mm-hmm.
the things that we hear at home, because everything starts at home. So I would say those can be some of the challenges: home, our music,
And
and what we
social
choose to
media.
take in. Correct, through social media.
Let's touch a little bit about your opinion as far as when it comes to education, as far as the schools. How how do you feel about the education system from like probably preschool on up to high school?
I would say the education system is pretty fine. It's about what we choose to listen to, because me growing up, for example, a little bit about myself. I was leaving high school. I was running out the back doors. I want to smoke weed. I was actually a follower. So I would say it's what we take in ourselves, because you have a lot of people say, "Oh, well, they don't teach us nothing in school." But what about if you're not paying attention in school? If you're not reading the books, if you're not comprehending that 1 + 1 is 2. See, the teacher can tell you. It's up to us to apply the knowledge.
Okay, so you don't think it's really bad schools? It's just you don't think it's bad schools or bad teachers or like what they're teaching. It's about the kids.
Yes, I'm not gonna speak on that at this time. I'm gonna just say it's about the attention span of the children.
Okay.
Because I can say I was a class clown.
Mm.
Yeah, so all the people who know me and may be watching, yes, I was a class clown, and it affected me a little bit. But I say it's not how you start; it's how you finish.
Yeah. As far as your childhood, what was that like for you growing up in Chicago?
My childhood, I was born and raised, well, not raised, but born in the Inglewood area,
Hmm.
around 67 and Stewart. I went to Parker Community Academy. I went to Little Park. I went to Big Park up until the fourth grade. Single parent home. My mother raised us pretty well, but my dad was there. His physical was there.
Hmm.
Rest in peace to him. But I grew up in a single parent home. Shout out to the moms out there.
Yes.
Yeah, shout out to the moms. So I had a pretty fair childhood.
Hmm.
Nothing too traumatic happened.
Okay.
It's
That's
just
good.
Dad wasn't there to
Hmm.
to give me those words of
Yeah.
affirmation that I need to really just stand up and be a man of your word. Pay attention in school.
Hmm.
Don't play. I used to play a lot. I mean, I still got a sense of humor, but
Hmm.
I was playing a lot.
Yeah. So because you didn't have that kind of influence like from your dad, did you have that type of male figure in your life, whether it was an uncle, maybe people from the neighborhood, like any male influence you had?
Shout out to my sixth grade teacher. Mr. Parker,
Mm.
my uncle Douglas Powell. I would say just by seeing other men like through the
Mhm.
church and my uncles being around,
Mhm.
I would say no. My mother was the man figure and the mother. She would always teach us through hard lessons
Mhm.
just by telling us. And my mother very stern and firm. She always tell us through her words what we understood. Don't
Mhm.
depend on nobody. Don't do this and don't do that. And she was tough on us. She didn't beat us or anything or abuse us. It's just her words gave
Mhm.
us the morals and values that we needed as men, and that stuck with me today. Actually,
What are some things or ideas that you have that we could do to bring unity into our community?
first and foremost, I would say work hard and save your money
Mhm.
because if you ain't, I mean, let me put it like this: if you don't have money in this world, it's like put up or shut up, in a sense.
Mhm.
So first and foremost, just getting my money to where I need it to be, where I can obtain things to change the community. Like far as starting in my neighborhood, I already do door-to-door sales, so passing out flyers with basketball tournaments, coming out
Mm.
playing sports, putting on music, with a good frequency, and
Mhm.
basically talking over the microphone because people
Mhm.
like sports.
Mhm.
I did it before in my neighborhood where I had people come out, the community come out, and I put up, maybe like $1,200. The
Mhm.
guys get about $200 a piece, and they was asking like, "Man, when you gonna do this again? This was good." So
It was a basketball
just
tournament.
yep, basketball tournament.
Okay.
Yep. So just like unity in the community, far as sports, speaking over the microphone, and yeah, I'm gonna just start there from neighborhood to neighborhood in the city of Chicago. That's my vision.
Okay, because I know when I had met you, I know you told me like you be speaking to the young folks. Now, do you literally go out to places to speak with young people, or do you just when you run into them out
Just
in
in my
public?
business,
Mm-hmm.
I run into a lot of young 18-year-olds to 20-year-olds, and
Mm-hmm.
I just speak to them, when they're in my presence. Let them know how great they is, the power of
Mm-hmm.
their words, motivation. So a lot of people who know me strictly through motivating them and
Mm-hmm.
always being of a good stature and having a great attitude. I'm always smiling.
When you do run into these young people and when they talk to you, like what's something common that you keep hearing from each child that's in that age range? Like what issues or
The
how they
issues that they
feel?
have is
Mm-hmm.
they can't go in other communities. They got a problem with somebody. Oh, the ops is here. Or I can't do this and I can't do that. Or I don't want to
Mm-hmm.
knock on the wrong door. So, that's
Mm.
kind of a lot of what I hear. They can't go in certain areas.
Mm. And do they be affiliated or is just them just knowing what it they could be what is it? They could be like guilty by association or just because they know you not from the
If they
hood
can't
or
go in certain areas, of course they're affiliated with
I
something bad. It's
mean
cause and effect. You reap what you sow. That's how it goes.
I mean that is true, but I just say that because it's just like anybody who's not affiliated it's still just like, you know, you're going into a neighborhood where it's probably gang banging or whatever the case may be, and they might, where you from, who, what side you get, like something like that is what I'm saying.
Yeah, first and
But
foremost, I want to say that fear is false evidence appearing real. You
mm,
begin to lose in your mind first. So if you say this is going to happen, your words build things or destroy things. So I would just say it starts in your mind and with your own words. Me,
mm,
myself personally, if I go into a neighborhood and I see a bunch of gangbangers and thugs, I'm going to walk up on them with my
mm,
flyers. And everything starts with a compliment. People love to hear about themselves. Nice shoes, brother. I love the haircut. Y'all know somebody looking for a job? And I noticed that relieves tension from their body language. And they, oh, man,
yeah.
you good. See, everybody is good until you make them bad. That's what I would say.
We are going to get into the next topic, which will be the health portion, because you're into fitness and you're a trainer, right? Tell us a little bit about that. How did you get into, well, when did you get into your fitness journey, and how has that journey been for you?
I got into my fitness journey when I was 17. Sad to say, it came through incarceration.
Okay.
I did what they call Cook County Boot Camp,
Mhm.
which they don't have it up anymore. And during that time, I noticed that I always wanted to work out. I always wanted to do the most push-ups. And the correctional officers used to put me in the corner like, nah, you can't work out no more. You like this. So we're going to set you in the corner for everything.
Oh
And I'm
wow.
going to tell you like this, parents. If you want to discipline your kids, the corner gets to them.
Like when you stay in the, like stand in the corner, like
Face the corner.
mm.
It'll teach them lessons. Then, well, we'll get to that topic later. But it started at 17 when I was incarcerated, and you know it's been on and off since then. Yeah, it started when I was incarcerated. Yeah.
Okay. So right now it seems like you be in the gym a lot
Yes.
every day.
Every day, day and night. 2 hours. I wake up at 5 a.m. 2 hours in the morning. I work an 8-hour work shift. I'm in 2 hours at night.
Okay. And before you got there, so when you got out and you started getting more into your fitness, like as far as when we talk about eating,
Correct.
so how was your eating habits?
My eating habits right now is strictly fruits and vegetables.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I would eat beans and rice, but it's mainly fruits and vegetables and water.
Right. So how did you get to that place? Because have you always been eating like that since you were 17?
No.
Or right. So like I asked because that's like a big thing for a lot of people in trying to eat the right thing. Like that you got to have that discipline. So what will be, I guess, what was your discipline that made you turn and say, this is like strictly what I have to do, and like just be on it? Like I have to eat this, I have to eat right. Like before you was eating right, what was that journey for the transition?
Just tired of being sick and tired. Constantly indulging. And I had smoking habits and having the munchies, and just got tired and started reading books. I got into listening to Yaki Awaken, and I just started reading and noticing that information is good. So if I know to do good, I'm gonna do good. So just reading.
Okay. Pretty much you would just say you'll know. Like when you get to your limit of really being sick and tired, that's when you will stop.
Yeah, first and foremost, you gotta get mad. And mad to me, like I always say, to make a decision.
I like that.
It's about what's going in. If you fill a trash bag up with sugar, honey, iced tea, and we already know what that is, that's what's gonna come out. So it's about the information you put in. So as far as like the books I read, the meditation that I get when I'm at home at night, it's what I do when people not looking at me, when I'm not in people's face every day. It's what I do when I go home. I read books. I choose to listen to positive information. So when I get in the world, that's what comes out of me. It's like garbage in, garbage out. Positivity in, positivity out.
Okay, I like that. Definitely just try at least. You can start over. However many times you need to start over. You start out good and you mess up. It's okay. Start over. It's okay to start over.
Fall down 7 times, stand up 8.
How do you manage stress and mental health in your life?
How I manage stress. 5 PIPs. Proper preparation prevents poor performance. Like I was just telling you about. I don't eat meat. I don't put anything that already died into my body. I read the Bible. I might read the Quran. I just read books that motivate me. I focus on my breathing. And the old saying, when the going gets tough, the tough get going. But I know that fitness really helps me out. That running, working on my heart rate, it puts me on autopilot throughout my day.
Yeah.
And it's like, where did the day go?
No, yeah.
Like, I feel so good as I'm working in the field from an early morning workout. It relieves so much stress. Like,
It
it
does.
really helps me.
It really do. Cause I'm not a morning person, but when I do get up early and either work out or just like be up, it just feel like you had more time. You took on more of your day. I would definitely say work out for sure if you're gonna wake up that early. Home workout, you necessarily gotta go to. Yes, you can. I bet you we is. That blue nice though. So what do you think is our biggest health challenge facing people today? Like, what is the biggest health? Eating meat?
Um, no,
No.
because we was all born to eat meat, and to each his own. Our biggest challenge is the food. I'm gonna say the overall food, not just the meat, the junk food,
Snacks.
the snacks.
What about Doritos?
Yeah,
I like me some
because
Doritos.
those ingredients, reading is fundamental. Those ingredients that we can't even pronounce, if you Google those things, some of those things cause a lot of harmful things to be done to the body. So the food, and food sends a message to the brain. So the information that we put in for sure.
Subscribe.
Wait, what is?
I'm finna knock your ass out. subscribe. So we were talking about how your upbringing was for how it impacts your relationship with women now. Um, when you say argumentative, I feel like that's something that most men who were raised by their mother, I feel like they are argumentative. Like they kind of like nag or complain like how a woman do.
But how can you blame them? They was raised by a woman.
Not a blame game, but just noticing that that's something that most men have in common who was raised by their mom. They're always ready to go to war, go back and forth and argue. It's different when they realize and they know that that's what they do versus when they don't and they think it's okay. And just me speaking on that, do you feel like arguing, that's something normal and that's something that's okay for people in a relationship to do?
No, that's not normal. That's toxic.
I agree. Do it matter what the argument is or just period? I feel the same way. Some people think that's normal and it's okay. Like, is it ain't nothing but an argument? Because they will argue with you, curse you out, call you out your name, and 2 minutes later they act like ain't none just happened. Like,
very disrespectful. I was a victim of that, so I know it's what we call delusion. So I would just say, first and foremost, to each his own. And I would say that in a relationship, respect is key. You have to respect yourself first before you can respect anyone else. Just like you have to love yourself first
before you can love anybody else.
Love somebody.
I agree. Just an example of okay, wait, before I ask that, are you single?
Yes.
And how long have you been single?
I've been single for about a year now.
About a year now. What's the longest relationship you've been in?
5 years.
5 years. And in that 5-year relationship, what will be some of the petty things that y'all will argue about?
What's in your phone? Who you talking to?
No, is this just her or you asking these questions too? Oh, okay.
Both parties.
Okay.
We both walking around on eggshells. Can't really look at people or do what we want to do. So,
and that's how the relationship started. Both of y'all.
The relationship started like that. Yes, because once you say that you're in a relationship now, today, in a common day, you have to show a sense of respect to that person. I wouldn't say it's like you afraid. It's just like today, just how things is. It make you walk around on eggshells. Getting in a relationship with somebody, you can't talk to this guy. You can't have a male friend. So you can, well, I'm still like that.
you one of them ones that be like, that ain't your friend. Yeah, like, sure. So see, this what I be talking about. So y'all sit up here and say you can't have, well, not necessarily you can't have no male friends, but y'all just like, that ain't your friend. Like, I guarantee you they'll fuck if you be on it. That's what it is, right? Because if you were to want to have sex with them, they'll have sex with you. Is that what it is?
It's discernment. If your man tells you that he has a woman friend and she come find, like, walking around, she got a nice body, she is, oh, hey, how are you? How would you feel talking to your man?
I mean, but see, it depends, because now, is this somebody who's already been your friend before we got together?
Yes. But
okay, and once I ask you the relationship of this woman, if y'all ever, but I just need to know where y'all stand, because you have some men who will still befriend people that didn't have sex with. You just have to know.
So you have the same feeling that the man feels.
But I still trust you. Once I ask you and you tell me what it is, I'm going with it until I see otherwise.
Okay.
Until I see otherwise.
Okay. Now that's fair. And moving forward, that's how I feel like relationships should go. Because if a woman had a male friend before you,
right?
Why are you coming in new, trying to tell her how to operate instead of comprehending what was already there before you came in? So it's just about understanding. That's
Yep.
all.
Yep. Yeah. That's all depends on what type of friendship y'all got. Now, all even though you knew and you coming in like me, you going on like a one on one hangout with. Yeah, I don't know. That's a little bit too much for me. Like you and her going out by yourself. I don't know about that. But in a social setting, ain't nothing wrong with that. That gets a little tricky, and I feel like it falls into that the how y'all think like that probably ain't your friend. And it's just like, you know what? I'll say this. Maybe we feel like that because y'all feel like that. It's just like you the dude and you finna go around with this other bitch and you sit up here telling me my male friends ain't my goddamn friend.
Energy is transferable. It's like a
Mm.
magnet. You sit a magnet down, the next magnet is going to track to it because of the same frequency. So, whatever frequency that man is on, the woman will follow.
That is true in most cases. What is some qualities a man should have in order for him to be a good leader in a relationship? You think?
For a man to be a great leader in a relationship, he should have vision.
Mm-hmm.
It's God, man, woman, children. So he should have a vision where
Mm-hmm.
he's focused on his work, because paying attention to a woman or the woman that's with you
Mm-hmm.
just throws everything off. He should have a vision first and foremost. And I believe
But
that
when you say that, I'm sorry, but when you say that, like paying attention to your woman that you're with throws everything off, what exactly do you mean by that?
men, like a lot of us men think below the belt. We always focused on a ass,
Mm-hmm.
excuse my language, or what she's gonna do with the next man that she does with me, instead of focus on the task. I have work today. Why am I deciding to take off work? Oh, I'm gonna just take off, baby. Smoke some weed. We're gonna watch us some movies. No, you should have went to work.
I mean, yeah, but what about the good things to think about when it comes to your woman? Like it just seems like you're saying just in general, don't worry about.
No, men focus on the women too much, and that's the
Mm-hmm.
problem. That's the
But the
situation
examples
today.
you gave.
That's why I believe. Okay, now I'm about to get into it. That's why I believe it's being reversed. Women feel like we should pay for everything, which we should.
How is that
No,
reversed?
no, no, no.
Oh.
Let me get this straight. I'm gonna just keep it short and simple. Men should have a vision.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna leave it at that. And anything that attracts to him from him focusing on work
Mm-hmm.
is just a plus to him.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna leave it there.
The vision, just saying like financially, a vision to be.
Financially, a vision for his woman to go out on dates. Would you like to go to the aquarium, or let's go read some books at the library? Let's go to church. Would you like to go out dancing? He should have a vision, and with a vision, that brings creativity.
So when you was saying as far as focusing on too much of a woman, you meant worried about what she doing, what she got going on,
That's
like the
correct.
negative
That's
side, like the
correct. While
bad
she's
things
in the
about it.
shower, you all in her phone. You just
Did you used to
focus
do
on
that?
the. I'm sorry.
Did you used to do that?
Yes. Yes.
Do you think people putting pet when they have like they certain things locked, they're being sneaky? And they
No.
have to do extra
No,
security
because
on
if
stuff.
somebody steal your phone, you don't want nobody to just have access to everything.
Mm,
Now,
that makes
if they
sense, I
don't give
guess.
you the passcode, then
That's.
that's sneaky. Now, what you need my passcode for?
Do you think
What
that's
are you hiding?
right? So you think?
Or you got a security screen? Well, a security screen is just a security screen, but like if you give me my phone, let
Mm-hmm.
me get my own code. You doing
Yeah.
something sneaky? You don't want somebody to see something.
So I would. So I'm gonna ask you, like, how do you feel about that? Would you just instantly be like, "It's over"? Like, cause I
How
just from you
long have
doing
y'all
it.
been with this woman? Or you
What?
talking
Well,
about
I
just
mean,
yet?
what would be no? Just with the woman. If you're like, let me see your phone, and motherfuckers being weird, like. What's in this phone? Like what you don't want me to see now you took my man there.
Oh,
Like you get what I'm saying? Like how I don't know how long would you have to be with somebody for you
um,
to accept it or to not accept
as
it?
of today, I feel like I'm in divine order, so I wouldn't trip on it.
Mm.
I would just, let everything play out.
Mm.
Yeah, God gonna reveal everything I need to see in truth.
Mm. And it ain't gonna bother you no more after that.
No,
Once you peep
no. If you
that.
want to hide your phone, you hide it, but
Mm.
it definitely will go into that mental storage room. It's definitely gonna be mental
Wait, but see, that's what see y'all be talking about us women. We forget, but we ain't gonna forget. We finna have an argument next week, and I'm finna bring up something you did probably a year and a half ago, 2 years. Like
I mean,
that's
just
crazy.
because it's in the storage room, don't mean you gotta bring it up in weeks.
No, I'm just saying, like
It's
when
in
you
the
store
storage
things,
room.
I'm just saying that's what
Just
women
pack it to the
do.
side because pressure either bust pipes or make diamonds. So when the pressure is on, that's gonna
Yeah.
be enough for you to move along.
How do you balance leading and following in a relationship?
A great leader is a great follower.
Okay.
God, man, woman, children. Um, I balance my leadership through first and foremost meditating. Meditating keeps me balanced as well as my fitness. And in a relationship, I'm the leader. Not saying that I wouldn't let my woman take lead, or if she had a good idea,
Mhm.
I would diminish that or say, oh, yeah, no, that's a bad idea. Go with my way.
Mhm.
Because we have to have unity and become as one. So I would just take leadership as, just following God. I say GPS, God's permanent system. That's all.
Right, but I'm saying balancing. So, how do you know when you need to become the follower?
That's a great
Or do
question.
you even,
That's a great question.
would you even say, oh, I'm following? It's just that she's
I would
leading,
know.
but
I would know that I need to follow my woman. Like if she giving me some overall wisdom that
mhm,
I'm not thinking about at the time, that's when I
mhm,
say I would follow her.
okay,
I would follow what she say when it's wisdom. But
mhm,
if it's just her just coming out of her own selfish
mhm.
wants or desires, I'm not listening to that.
So, when it comes to men and we have to be the follower, even when
You don't
y'all,
have to do nothing.
I'm
That's
well,
you
I'm
don't
not
have to do
saying
nothing.
you don't have to, but when you make the decision that
Okay.
this is who you're gonna follow behind, this is your
Okay.
man,
Your
you trust
husband
him enough.
or your boyfriend.
So, well, let's talk
Because
about that.
it's a
So,
difference.
it is a difference,
A lot of people think that when
but
they get
that's
into a
like,
relationship, I
mhm,
have to cut everything off, remove everything for
mhm,
this man, and
mm.
you don't.
We're realizing that now.
You don't.
We're
You
realizing
have
that
to
now.
cut off nothing. Yes, you have to respect your partner
Mhm,
because you know the like that he have for you and the chemistry that y'all have building, but you don't have to do nothing. That man didn't put a ring on your finger.
mm,
You're not married to that man. You don't have a curfew. It's in one of my videos
mhm,
through my Facebook that stop being insecure. If you gave this person a key to your home and you guys are not married, he
mhm,
or she doesn't have a curfew. Curfew days are over. You chose by choice to give them a key to your house.
mhm.
Why do they have to come in at a certain time?
Well, it's about respect. You don't think it's a respectful time that you need to be in the house?
So
Am
what
I
if he was
hungry?
working from 9 to 5 in the morning? He have to be respectful coming in the house.
You're talking about working. That's different. Work
But
is different
if
from just going to hang out.
if you trust him, you trust him. If he say I'm with the
Respect
guys,
is respect. Well, you better let me know that I. You need to
so
let
what
if
if he
you're
say I'm
if
out with
it's.
the guys, I'm doing some extra gambling, I'm at the boat,
Well, first of all, that's the
and you
guy.
come
That's the
in at
problem.
5?
Gambling now, that's the
What if he's
problem.
at the casino?
Okay, and if that's his thing and that's been his thing, then that's your thing. I already know about it. That's different.
Correct.
But
The power of
as long as
communication.
hello, yeah.
Communicate. But he has no curfew when you give him a key, and he's just your boyfriend or your man.
Mhm.
Or you give her a key and she's just your girlfriend. Ain't no what time you better
Yeah.
be in here before the sun
Yeah,
come
I
up.
agree. I
It's
agree
never
with
been
that. I
like
agree with that. But
nobody
you
controlling nothing.
say respect. Do you not think a time frame to return home is there is something that's called disrespect when you coming in at 4 in the morning? That's not
No, it's
disrespectful.
disrespectful if you communicated already.
So only if you didn't communicate. If you communicated,
Correct.
then
Now,
it should
if
be
you
well,
just
which is what I agree. I
not
agree.
answering the phone and
Yeah.
you see your woman calling and you putting the phone back in your
Mhm.
pocket,
Then
that's
that's when. Mhm.
disrespectful.
Yeah.
That causes a worry in her mind, first and foremost, what's
Mm-hmm.
going on? That's the
Right.
first question. Where are you?
Mm-hmm.
Now, the insecurities may pop in. Who are you with? This
Mm-hmm.
may
Look,
change. You
we
can see
start off
another.
concerned, and then
Yes.
it be like, this
Hold
motherfucker
up.
might be with a bitch. He got me fucked up. See, and that's why the fucking
But
go from being angry.
those insecurities come from that
Mm-hmm.
mental documentation of
Mm-hmm.
your past.
Mm.
It all comes out of your subconscious mind from your past.
I feel like other people situations too. Let's just say, for instance, if I never been cheated on, but I have friends who's been cheated on, like my man probably will go there, and I ain't even never been cheated on.
Because they told you, they gave you information, and then you like, here, let
Mm-hmm.
me look at this.
Mm.
See, third party is something else. I'm not gonna use no bad language. Third party is something else. That goes back. That goes back to the things with the parents. You can't tell your parents everything about your relationship
Right.
because all they're gonna do is take your side and maybe give you some bad information about your relationship, and
Mm-hmm.
then you're gonna go to your relationship and say, "Yeah, my mama did say
Oh.
this. Let me bring this documentation up from these
Mm-hmm.
words that somebody else gave me." Now your partner feel attacked, and that might not even be the case. They're like, "What's going on? Where did you hear this from?" So
Mm-hmm.
be careful who you listen to out there, guys.
What would
They can
be?
ruin your relationship, not even trying to.
Yeah. So when it does come to relationships and you're having an issue and you need to seek some type of information outside of God, who would you go to? Like, who would you go to, or who would you advise someone to go to? Like, who would you be able to trust that will
Uh,
give you
in a
good
relationship,
information?
somebody who's more successful than you, somebody
Mm-hmm.
whose relationship they've been together for a while, on their way to marriage. They got great things going for themselves.
Mm-hmm.
Your pastor, your mentors, and men, go to God. Use that mental GPS, God's permanent system. Pick up that Bible. Read that good book. Get some good words in, because goodness in, goodness out. Don't go listening to nobody who telling you garbage. Yeah, sit down, let's drink this Hennessy. Here, smoke this blunt. That's
Yeah.
all delusion they about to give you.
Mm.
That's what I say.
Cause when you under the influence and shit like that, shit do be sounding good.
You sound
Like,
up under the influence.
like you know what? That
Domestic
makes
violence
sense.
is at
That
an all-time high.
sound. You said what?
Domestic violence is at an all-time high.
Mm.
Women only get women only get beat, and it's not funny, nothing about it. Women only get beat because of their mouth,
Mm-hmm.
and men only beat women because of the thoughts that they have in their head, and they just pure cowards. Because a real man don't put his hands on a woman.
Right. Go outside. Take a breather. If you feel like you even escalating to the point where you finna lay hands, just leave.
Yeah, or you know, punch the man who you mad at. Don't punch the woman. But that's another
Okay.
subject.
Well, he mad at her. So you don't think it generally is that you don't think it's really that they're mad at their woman. They are mad
They
about
can be
something
mad at
else.
something else. A lot of guys get punked on block by guys and go home and beat their woman. But like I said, that's another subject for another day.
Mm. Right. Let's talk about emotions a little bit. So, what will be a way for a woman to emotionally support her man? As we know with men, it seems like a lot of talk, like, women don't really care about what we think, or, people, the world don't really care about what men think or how they feel, not think, but how they feel. And, when y'all show too much emotions, you already know. When you show too much emotions, I don't want to say the word, but y'all a bitch who pussy. But I think it really I think it's more so based on how much or how much you're emotional. It's okay to be emotional, but if you always crying, or if you just always like, it's just always the problem, you always complaining, like it gets annoying. So when you do it too much, but it's okay to cry.
The man is always crying.
It's okay to cry sometimes. Do you cry
Yes, it
sometimes?
is. Yes, I cry often, but I'm not just crying.
Yeah.
Nah.
But even when y'all have
No,
like
baby,
a
nah.
frustrating day or whatever, and like, like what will be something women can do to emotionally support their men?
First and foremost, self heal.
Mm.
Self heal. Women, love yourself and listen.
Mm-hmm.
Not, in a sense, listen to everything that man's telling you, because not all men got good advice to women, but listen to his emotions.
Mhm.
Have an open heart and an open mind because you're a natural healer.
Mhm.
You give birth to life.
Yeah.
You the soother. You the energy restorer. So just listen to that man. Thoroughly listen. Encourage him with affirmations. Maybe cook
Mhm.
him a good meal. Rub his back.
Mhm.
Make him feel like Iron Man again before he go back out there into that world and take on his daily task.
I like that. To make her feel like Iron Man. That's cute.
Cutest for puppies. We grown men now.
Okay.
Tell us we cute.
We women. We can say cute. What am I supposed to
No,
say?
I'm just playing. It's a joke.
Just one or two things about what would you incorporate in your relationship moving forward when you do get into your next one that you've learned from your last one.
I would incorporate discipline and patience. Not hopping in the bed so fast.
Okay, so your last relationship you move
And
fast.
see a person's side effects and how they just react to just being patient and just being a being.
Mhm.
If they, oh, give me a kiss, or hug me, or I can't sleep alone. Oh,
Mhm.
them signs.
Mm.
What's going on? What you trying to put on me? What what type of baggage do you got?
Hmm.
So,
Mm.
just being disciplined and patient.
Okay, discipline
Yes.
in sexual activity is
Listen,
what you mean?
getting
Or
to know
this?
that person in
Mhm.
sexual activity. Yes.
Mhm. Okay.
Yes.
So now moving fast and wait, what was you said discipline? What else? I forgot that bit. And you
And
said something else.
patience.
Patience.
Yes. And not hopping in the bed so fast. Yes.
Nope. So is that how is that? So that's how y'all like got into a relationship because y'all moved fast with sex, or
I would say yes.
mhm
I would say yes. Um, because she was an overall, good person. She was a good-hearted person.
mhm.
Mother was a sweetheart. Daddy was a good guy. So she was an overall.
Oh, baby, you bet the pills. Oh, you was in there.
I would just say it was a good connection.
Okay.
And the sex make it
Mhm.
more like 3 times.
Intense, yeah. Mhm. If you don't mind me asking, what was the reason why y'all broke up?
The reason why we broke apart is because I just got frustrated with us going back and forth with arguing. I felt like she was a little too clingy,
Mm.
and I just wasn't ready as a young man to
Mm.
take her on for what she wanted. She wanted marriage. Um, One day I even found myself going in front of her church and saying that I wanted to propose to her. I felt that, but my inside man was like, "What is you doing? What are you doing?"
Wait, what do you mean you would go and stand in front of her church?
Like I went to her church one day, and if she's watching, she's probably like, "Yes, he did," because she used to bring it up sometimes. Like if I say something to her, if I mention it to her, she'll say, "You remember when you went in front of my church and proposed to me? Don't ever do that
You
again."
fake
It
proposed.
wasn't even a fake proposal. I was just saying like I want to marry her. You know what I'm saying? I want her to be my wife. But then it was me being, young and just not really knowing what I wanted to do.
Mhm.
I was 22, 23 at the time. I'm 34 years old, so just being confused.
I said your last relationship. You said you've been single for about a year and
You
something.
talk about my last relationship?
Yeah.
I said
You
my 5-year relationship.
no, I mean, but that's fine. That's I didn't say last, but that's fine. That's fine. Mm-mm.
Yeah, no, I didn't know you said about my last
But that was 5 years though. So, but I guess you said yeah. No. You are absolutely right. But if we're referring to that because you say you were much younger, so this is different. So, do you want to be married now? Are you
Now,
clear on what you want to do?
yes, I'm clear, but I'm not thinking about marriage now.
Mhm.
I'm still on a self-healing journey. I'm getting myself together.
Okay.
And when I feel I'm ready, God will move in that area.
Okay. Other than you said patience and discipline,
Yeah.
for sure. And then you have your vision. You always had a vision, or is that just more so now you know what your vision is?
Yes. Now just everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, come to this party. Oh, let's do that. Oh, let's go here. I was anywhere the wind blows me.
Mm-hmm.
Now I'm more like, nah, that ain't the place for me. Or nah,
Yeah.
I'm gonna just stay home.
Mm-hmm.
Nah, I don't want to hear that. That
Yeah.
ain't good for
Yeah.
my soul right now.
Mm-hmm. So I mean,
Outdoors.
oh, okay. So when you go out, you more so what you do, like hiking and stuff like that, or what do you mean?
Just like I like nature and just
Mm-hmm.
being outside.
Talking about Nate. Also, you one of them people that go camping and sleep outside.
Yes. Yes.
Mm-hmm. I need to be in the cabin, baby. I'm not sleeping outside.
We're not gonna be
I mean,
sitting there getting
yeah,
out.
I don't even want to sleep in no tent. I'm scared because what if a animal? What if a bear come? What if a wolf come? I don't know. And then the bugs that's out there. No, man, listen, I don't want no weird, strange bugs crawling on me. It's just too much. It's just too much. I'm scared.
I would definitely love to hike. I want to hug a tree. Shout out to 19 Kids. He told me about that.
What, hugging a tree?
Hug a tree. Take your feet off in nature.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, take your shoes off in nature. Walk on the ground. Yes.
I would do that if it's grass.
Get connected to nature.
Have you hugged a tree?
Never.
Oh. We got a lot of trees. Do it depends? Do it matter what type of tree it is? It can just be any tree.
No, I want to go in the mountains. I just want to go outside.
Baby, they
gonna grab me a Glock and say, "No, I'm just joking. I'm joking."
people gonna be looking like what the look now. They gonna now watch out for him. A few screws is a little loose. Any advice to men about leadership, being a leader in a relationship?
Figure out about yourself. Figure out who you are. What's your purpose? And why do you get agitated at things? Just figure out as a man who you are, so you could properly guide your woman and whoever God bring your way. Because it's up to us as men to be the leader. So just help self-heal as men. Remove anything toxic that you put into your body, so you can figure out who you are. Because there's nothing like a sober mind.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I would say to the men.
Okay. Well, I want to thank you for coming. Is there any last words or anything you want to promote and let the people know?
Put God first. Take care of self. Be, do, have, give. Be who God needs you to be. Do what God needs you to do. So you can have what God needs you to have, and you can give what God needs you to give.
Amen. I love that. All right. Thank you for tuning in to the Marelda Show. See y'all next time.